Alrighty, all welcome back to the channel. Of course, my name is Tommy, and this here is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. And today's show is going to be all about the Bighorn 1500 Fahrenheit infrared steak cooker. You guys know I have used this cooker before on the channel, and it has definitely excelled in everything I have thrown at it. We are talking steak, we are talking sausages, we are talking chicken, we are talking a pork loin, and of course potatoes, a zucchini. It has nailed it all perfectly. Well, on today's show, we are even going to put it to test more harder than that. And of course, I am talking about the beef Wellington. Look, if you know what beef Wellington is, you know it is filet mignon wrapped in puff pastry. And everybody knows 1500 Fahrenheit on a steak cooker might not be the best friend to puff pastry. That said, I think I got it figured out where it is going to work. And I have to tell you, if I can nail this beef Wellington, this little grill here is going to go into the, look, it is going to go down as a must purchase for 2026, as we would have thrown everything at it, which makes it more of a cooker than just a steak cooker, which is very important to me. So what I want to do here is let's turn our attention down to the board. Let's get this started. Let's get this cooker fired up, and let's start this show. So we will get this cooker all fired up, and then I want to take you into a quick recipe for a mushroom duxelles. Yes, I said duxelles. So look, you want to get a mushroom, get a little chopper like that. You should have one. Little bit of oil. You are going to go shallot. You are going to go thyme, a little bit of black pepper, and you are going to release those oils of the shallots for about a minute or so. Then you are going to get your mushroom mixture and get it in. You are going to do a light saute, very light. You want to get the moisture out. You can hit it with a little bit of butter at the end for some flavor, and there is your mushroom duxelles. And of course, moving right along, you will put that on the side to cool down. We've got our defrosted puff pastry, and also there is our filet. Usually I like to use a center cut for this recipe. Hard to find today, too expensive, so I went with more of a tail end. I will form it out. Our griddle surface up top is 600 plus. That is going to be good enough to get us going. Got to be careful here. Do not walk away. 1500 Fahrenheit steak cooker will get up there fairly quick. And as you can see, we are only about a minute in the cooker. We will flip it over. We will do the other side. At that point, you are going to remove it. I didn't want to hit it with any, I could have hit it with salt, but I held off. I didn't want to hit it with the black pepper yet because I don't want to burn the black pepper with that hot flame up top. So I will get it on a hot plate. And again, that is a nice looking piece of filet right there. I could eat that just like that. Trust me. At this point, I will hit it with a little bit of kosher salt, hit it with some fresh cracked black pepper. Yes, it is fresh cracked. We will move on over to our puff pastry. It has been defrosted. Get some flour down. You're going to want to roll it out at this point. You don't have to go too thin, but you don't want to keep it as thick as it was. So, maybe somewhere in between will do you nice. Give it a roll both ways. Hit it with your mushroom duxelles. And that is cooled. You don't want to go hot on the puff pastry because you'll rip through it. Obviously, you're going to trim some of that puff pastry away. Now, look, I like puff pastry cooked out, so I don't trim as much as you might want to trim. So trim to what you want. You want to make sure you can wrap the filet in the puff pastry. That is all there is to it. Nothing fancy here. No Gordon Ramsay stuff here where you put the little cuts in it, little strips on top. This is just a basic beef Wellington, and you will get that all wrapped up. Get that on a hot plate with a little bit of oil. At that time, you are going to want to get some butter. I got it pre-melted. That started to cold up again because it is quite chilly out here in the Garden State. So you will brush that with your butter mixture. We've got our Bighorn already fired up. We will get that on the lower shelves. Now look, what I figured out here, we've got to block that direct heat from the infrared up top. I am going to get another hot plate, put it up top, and kind of work it as an oven. Now, little word of warning here, you do not want to walk away. As you can see, we are crisping up on top fairly quickly. I didn't have it directly over the beef Wellington like I should have, so I'm going to make that adjustment here. Again, that has to be blocking that beef Wellington completely at this point. And there's my adjustment there. At this point, you are just going to want to keep an eye on it. Keep spinning it like that. We are high up top, moved to low up top. Again, this is the first time I am doing this in this steak cooker. It is just something I thought about at night as I was trying to sleep. So we are definitely putting it to test here. Now, even though that hot plate is blocking it, it is still very hot. The hot plate is hot, which is coming down right on the top of that beef Wellington, which is making it a little bit of charry on the puff pastry, I should say. That is okay with me. Again, keep spinning it. I think we were in the Bighorn probably for about 7 minutes or so. And I have to tell you, I'm quite pleased on how this beef Wellington is looking. It has a nice color, and there you could see the infrared up top. I am definitely 100% pumped on this. Alrighty guys, so that is it. Beef Wellington on the Bighorn 1500 Fahrenheit steak cooker. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. And I got to tell you, it all boils down to that plate that I put up top. So let me back up a little bit. I was laying in bed. I wanted to figure out a way that I can push this, this Bighorn steak cooker to the limits, and it hit me. I have to be able to do a beef Wellington. I've got to turn this into more of an oven, and since it doesn't have a front and it cooks from the top down as a broiler, we all know that is a disaster for puff pastry. That is where I came up with with putting that hot plate up top. That is going to block the heat and also work it now around the beef Wellington and to allow us to cook it like this here. And I have to tell you, this here is absolutely incredible. I have been putting around here for about 5-6 minutes, so this has been resting for about that time. We are going to cut this open in about another minute, maybe 5 seconds your time. Alrighty, here we go. And it is flaky as flaky could be, cutting like butter. I mean, we are probably, so we definitely overcooked it a little bit. That is okay. I can make adjustments on the next time. We are probably more towards that medium. Maybe we nosed out a medium rare, but it looks to be more medium. But hey, man, for a first shot on a beef Wellington, I am, you know, look, I'm tickled pink. I'm going to hit this again. I'm going to nail it the medium rare. You've got some adjustments here of high to low. I'll probably run it more on low, and that should secure us that medium rare. But let's go in and take a taste test. Oh man, you gotta love it, man. The puff pastry is cooked perfect, and that is very important. Cheers. Wow. Even on the medium side, it is so good. It is so juicy. If you've never had beef Wellington, the mushroom duxelles or whatever it's called that we put on the top came out perfect. It has just the right amount of salt, pepper. The puff pastry is cooked perfectly. A little over on the on the beef Wellington. My wife will be pleased about that. We will make some adjustments on the next cook. The important part here is this little pit here has done everything that I have thrown at it, from pork loin to steaks to beef Wellington and all the veggies and potatoes you would want. So priced right, man. I feel this thing is definitely a home run. I will have all the information down in the description. I believe there's a coupon down there, so you can get this thing as a Black Friday steal. So look, that is going to put an end to this show as I cruise out of this video. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to put it in the dishwasher. I'm going to show you just how easy this is to clean. So you might want to stay tuned to that, because that is definitely another big plus on this. All stainless steel, wipes down, cleans up, 1, 2, 3, no biggie there. I've got Molly down there waiting, but I don't know if I want to give her any beef Wellington. Maybe we will throw her a little treat in the house. That is going to put a pin in this. I appreciate you all for watching. And until next time, it is beef Wellington. It is the Big Horn, and we will see you soon.